If you're into vaping because you think it's a healthier alternative to cigarettes, you are in for a big surprise. What is going down, friends? This is Inform Overload. My name is Charlotte and welcome back to the channel. Alright, before we get into this video, who smokes e-cigarettes? Let me know in those comments down below. I remember the first time I saw an e-cigarette. I was 18 and I was on a cruise. This really rich Mexican guy had one and I thought it was the coolest thing. He said that he smoked it on the plane before he got onto the cruise ship because it was vapor. He was allowed to. I think that you're not allowed to do that now, but back then it was still a new thing, so they let him. There was one thing that he said that really stuck with me. He said, e-cigarettes are way better for you than cigarettes. I think that many people who smoke e-cigarettes do so because someone, somewhere, told them that it's healthier for you than regular cigarettes. And that is absolutely not true. In fact, in some ways they could be much worse. Since 2014, e-cigarettes have become the most commonly used tobacco product among young people in the United States. It is a common belief that because e-cigarettes turn liquid nicotine into vapor without the harmful tar found in cigarettes, that they're healthier for you. It is easy to assume that because you don't actually light e-cigarettes on fire. That equates to it being better for you, but that's not true. This common misconception has left young people using e-cigarettes more often than they're using normal cigarettes. According to the US Surgeon General, the increasing use of youth e-cigarettes is a major public concern. Over the last 5 years, the number of middle school students who use e-cigs has tripled. This is especially troublesome because the vapor is filled with cancer-causing chemicals that are said to be even worse for you than the chemicals found in regular cigarettes. I mean, I feel like that's kinda obvious. You're smoking out of a robot metal cigarette. Can't be good for you. The vapor can contain formaldehyde at levels 15 times higher than regular cigarettes. When you smoke an e-cigarette as a way to get you off regular smoking, you tend to feel like the vapor doesn't have enough nicotine in it, so you smoke the e-cig at a higher voltage. This increases the delivery of the nicotine. Increasing the delivery of nicotine also means that you're turning up the heat of the e-cigarette, which also turns up the amount of formaldehyde. The formaldehyde in e-cigarettes had not previously been measured because it's hidden. It actually gets released after it is inhaled, not before. In addition to that, people are also failing to replenish their e-cigs with nicotine, and in turn they're actually smoking the inside of the vape itself, like the metal inside the e-cig. People are smoking metal. Too much of a good thing can be harmful, especially when you're talking about nicotine. This case is just another example of that cliche. Alrighty, it's comment time with Charlotte. Rant Central said, Charlotte, you said that you were an actress. What did you act in? I have been in several commercials. I did a pilot for a web series that's hopefully going to be picked up as soon as it's done, and you may or may not have seen my commercial for Ashley Madison that's circulating right now. I've done a bunch of stuff honestly, but you probably wouldn't have seen it because I was more into theater back in the day. Katrina Ortiz said, tell me, how does one become a professional fancy pants? Well, first of all, you have to be fancy. Then you also have to get fancy pants. I have several pairs of fancy pants. I'm thinking like 5. Then sooner or later, people will start to pay you for your fancy pants self to take photos on Instagram and show up at parties. That sort of thing. But start with your fancy pants. Get some of those. 007 Bond said, in Russia we worship Charlotte. Do you really? How do you worship me? Do you have a shrine? Maybe that's where all my used Kleenexes keep going. Anyways guys, that is all for now. Thanks for watching IO and I'll see you in the next video.